Rangers meeting when they came here and were beaten by 8-0. The good news for Salford City fans and the players that none of the scorers from last year's game are in the City 11 today.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be a good day. I talk about the rivalry based upon the ownership. You know, Manchester United legends owning this team, going up against Manchester City. But these are the games that they want to play in, Rob. When they took over as owners many, many years ago, you know, Wrexham, I think, has almost outdone them at this point with regards to the ownership and everything that's going on there. They're doing well in the league, but I think, you know, these are the types of occasions you want to play as a player.
Referee today, Matthew Donoghue, one of the up-and-coming young Premier League referees. He's had a couple in the top league this season. Looks like a boxing referee at the moment, reading the right act to today's City skipper, John Stones. There will be no VAR in the FA Cup. As we found out last night, there is goal line technology, though we found that out in the Chelsea against Hull game. Skippering Salford City, Luke Garbutt. Once on the books of Everton. I think it's fair to say he's well travelled. Salford City, his 9th club. An unfamiliar huddle, but spot the weakness in the Manchester City 11 today. Pep Guardiola giving some of the players who've been sitting on the bench in recent weeks a starting chance today as they go into the business end of the season domestically and in European team, winning in the last round. And there is one of his key men there, Kelly, and leading the front line.
For Salford to get anything out of this game, and it's interesting, Salford today, what they have to do is not concede early. I think ultimately
to get his players used to feeling. I know that you've spoken to Carl Robbins. There you go, Ches Manchester City through Reinders.
Cut.
Here is Ryan Graydon. Here's their best chance of a goal today. Scored. City closing the gap on Arsenal in the Premier League. Here is Nico Gonzalez. The name shot passing, little triangles. Trying to
making the runs on that left-hand side. He's also been in the 9. Marmoush also need to get out. They're sitting far too deep for me. Allowing of their own half, but just press a little bit higher up the field.
Has played in the Premier League, but
a lot for Lyon, and he's very he moves around the pitch.
It's like a dance they're doing as City with ease.
Up a little bit and be a little bit more on the front foot. I mean, they're leaving themselves.
Of Luke Garbutt swirls the ball into the area. Trafford high forward in numbers.
Being quite patient as well.
Makes a difference in England. North West Counties League Cup, which they won back in. This is Elaine.
One in the league, one in this competition, both being 3-2.
Aït-Nouri. There's Rico Lewis, who's playing as ball is teased into the air, and it's Gimble brothers. Ryan Giggs, but less of a part in it. That's a great ball chance here for Salford. It was a miss kick rather than a foul. A big moment there for Austerfield. Space in the City penalty area. And he fluffers his
most off in this game.
Grant plays it down the centre, on the blind side of the Salford defence. Internally, as part of the Pep, and they find him. Part of the Pep experiment. Salford getting bodies back, and they have laid down a foundation. Manchester City. Well, they went to sleep defensively. Aït-Nouri destroyed them down the left-hand side and left a huge gap, which was exploited.
Yeah, far too easy. It's almost like Aït-Nouri's reluctant to even celebrate in these moments. I spoke about the fact it's a lovely overlap, but it's far too easy. Salford need to be better at defending their box. You know, they don't get close enough. Decent play from Reinders on the overlap to play Aït-Nouri in that moment. And he just kind of puts one in, kind of seems to catch the keeper off guard, really. Catches Young off guard in that moment. He looked like he gave it the eye. It looks like he was going to go across goal and then hits it on the near post. I think the keeper will be really disappointed there. I don't come from a place where I don't think any keeper should get beaten. It almost looks like it takes a slight deflection as well on its way in.
Well, as you can see from those replays, it was literally a blare to the goalkeeper. Camera went for Marmoush. Aït-Nouri was rightly surrounded by his teammates in celebration. I was going to say around the world, but many...
Captain Garbutt needs to do a better job. I think he's looking over his shoulder.
I'm sure Pep Guardiola said get out there, and Salford in their circles in the fourth tier.
But anybody that's watched...
Rare mistakes that Gary Neville has admitted to is that they black and orange next season. All this spun away, damage has been done. Well coached. Turkey has a trick or two in him as well. But it's like the master and the apprentice on this near side, 5 years of age.
He was trying to do, was trying to find a window of opportunity to get people that are really good on the ball.
Here goes Foden, steals the ball. Goalkeeper has to come and commit, and that's excellent by Matthew Young, commanding his area.
Really good from Young.
Makkedu. Here is Cherki, lower, playing at centre half. It means a reshuffle. Here is Marmoush. Oh! He's offside. They're doing that thing, even though we don't have VAR, of putting the flag up late.
What a finish this is from Marmoush as well, though. Exquisite. You can see it was setting up for him to hit it as soon as it came over his shoulder. Take another look here. Yes, offside in that moment. Correct decision from the assistant referee. But look at this strike. Has a little look. Waits for the ball to come down. But it's offside.
A warning of what happens if you take your eye off the Manchester City strike. Ball over the top now, exacting. Marmoush has beaten the offside trap this time.
The ball straight back to City.
The office than he ever anticipated against Manchester on a set piece, or if they can force the work that he's doing. Salford send the taller players in. Stones comes in, and there was an arm around his ship in the Premier League. The VAR team would have been assessing that.
The rules are the rules.
Makkedu.
Difficult. Would have been difficult anyway for Salford to get anywhere, and now they're thinking, well, who do I even go with, because they're being so interchangeable.
Pass cut out by Longuel. Had his best season, but he has a little dart from
in that moment. So if they're forcing them long, that kind of will play.
Here by Cherki. Reinders wants it across the face of goal, and the finishing touch may well have finished off Salford City. Marc Guéhi with his first goal for Manchester City lifts the mood in the stadium, and Pep Guardiola's team should advance on an uncomfortable afternoon.
Well done, Marc Guéhi. Was first to respond to the second and third ball. It was the one time I'm sure Carl Robinson would be really disappointed, because Manchester City took this set piece really early. Cherki to Reinders, and then for me it's far too easy. He puts it in. They just switched off for a second.
This is more promising from Manchester City, but he has drawn. Stones has to take evasive action. It hangs in the air, pulls out of the challenge this time, and Woodburn is there, and that requires a fine flying save from James Trafford. Carl Robinson certainly has them drilled. Marmoush appeared maybe to be offside. Flag stays down, he goes on the long route. Indeed, he was offside.
Yeah, he didn't need to be in that moment either. He didn't need to go too early. The referee, the assistant referee.
Injury to Max Elaine. Let's hope that it's. He's shown a lot of respect to at the midfield, looking for the height of Graydon. Casual little back pass, and did to land. Trafford can't. Makkedu. Cherki.
So this is
Cherki to Foden.
Foden is one of those players that when he plays, he does get selected for England. Yellow down this right, left-hand side. So they haven't really.
Makkedu, they've worked him out. Here goes Kelly and Mai puts it
straight back at them.